it should be. Hold on, let me just, it's working. Shit. Now I think that's very... I felt like that was very fucking loud. And you may wonder why you here, why now it's a Tuesday, not a Sunday, Saturday night. I think I got laid off of work. The whole thing, not only am I really fucking angry, I am also really fucking sad and confused, and nothing really makes sense. So let's draw. Now, usually, I have done like, paintings just whoosh on the canvas, like right here. This is last week. Now it's gone. So I think that it should be fun to like show you a bigger sense of how to paint professionally, because you should sketch out what you are supposed to draw, apparently. I mean, you can do it with paint, but I wanted to try and make something that is well put together. Now, if you are able to see this circle, now you're not. Hold on. Maybe the black one, but I don't want to use the black one. Now, maybe I can focus the light somewhere else. I mean, if you have top-notch quality, you barely can see it, but I can draw a bit harder, if that helps. It does help. I am happy. It's the best thing that happened today. Except for going to the wine monopoly, because that was that was fun. Now, a good thing about like drawing bodies, because that is what I'm drawing, is that it's very easy to do right and it's very easy to do wrong. So let me just show you how to do it kind of wrong. Let's pretend that that's the ideal. Now, we want the like centerpiece to be like a bit crooked, because this lady is being is pretending to be crucified, I guess. I would assume. Never done that personally, but it seems fun. Now, y'all need to like have the triangles that are like here, and then you need to like have the arms, because they're useful. Unless you couldn't. Now, a thing I did wrong was I made the thingy look a bit down, which wasn't the case. I wanted it to look a bit up, because we're from a downwards perspective. Because, you know, it's a sketch. It's okay. Now, you know, lines. Right. So, you kind of want to follow them, essentially. And then for perspective, you can, like, just make a half circle here, and, like, make a half circle, like, on the other side to, like, that's where your hands should stop, essentially. Now, perhaps, only, like, maybe this thingy won't make proportional sense, but that shouldn't be a problem. So this hand needs to be bigger, needs to be wider, and this one needs to be tiny. Now, lady has tits. You know? So, and then, lady has some hips, I would assume. And then them legs, you know? Now, I personally suck at anatomy or autonomy or like body parts, you know? So it's kind of good to practice, which I am only now doing. And I think it's too small. But that's okay. Not everyone can be like huge people. I just spilled on my pants. Oops. So, out of this very general sketch, I will try to nail everything. So I'm gonna start with the brows. They need to be like kind of straight because it's from a downwards perspective. They should perhaps go a bit up in the middle just to have like, you know. And then nose, this is a hard part. This needs to be widespread, you know. It needs to be uplifted. It needs to show the nostrils. And like you see a lot of the downwards in the eyes. That's so like, yeah, essentially that's okay, because the hard part comes when this shit needs to be painted in like paint. Because if it's something I suck at doing, it is doing it in like how you say doing it nicely. No. I regret most things that I have done so far in this sketch. Hi. How's school going? I don't need to worry about that anymore because I don't even have to work. Like shit. That's amazing. That's fun. Why get an education when you can drink? So instead of like doing important stuff, why are you here? That's a good question. You can watch me fail drawing and then try to pretend that it was supposed to be like that from like the get-go. Now, hands. I suck at that as well. But at least I know the general shape of how they're supposed to look like. Why are you streaming in the middle of the week? Well, that's kind of fun because I don't have anything other to do. And I am, if I don't have anything to do, then I have to do something, which is hard when you don't have anything to do. So yeah, that's why. And that's the reason for like why most people go to war. I think they just didn't have anything to do. Now I'm very good at drawing hips. I don't. That's the only thing I think I'm like sorta nailing at this point. Is your drawing T-posing? Well, actually, as a matter of fact, it is. But that is only because I want, like, you know, drugs and the psychedelic aspect of it. Because I want like a trippy ass guy, and she's standing in water and being all Jesus. That's why it is T-posing. Now, the best part of the drawing, the boobs. Now, personally, I'm not good at drawing. I think you've noticed. And I hopefully this will redeem itself when I'm starting to color it with like paint. I hopefully, unless if it doesn't, I'm gonna be like sort of sad. I'm gonna be like, fuck, I wasted this time. I pretended to be able to do something and I couldn't. You know how life's just like that sometimes. Now, because we're like in the water essentially, we need to have some water like about here, and we need to have it circling around as water does. Perhaps a rock, and I am color coding it because it makes my life easier. We want a rock here, and the water sort of goes around that, so we will see like waves doing that. I will potentially cry after this. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Perfect. Now I need some green, or maybe it could be a giant. I think I should have an eraser, because when you commented that she was like T-posing, I kind of got insecure, and I kind of felt like, fuck, and I realized the proportions are all wrong. This bitch looks like a T-Rex. So sorry. I will have to fix it in a new color to like realize that it is a different thingy. Now it should go a bit more down, and it should probably be a bit closer to like here. And then we have a hand here, and then we have the other hand. Fuck. Yeah. What if astrologically this hand goes how far is that? Okay. It goes to approximately here. Fuck, that's gonna be a weird angle to draw. But that's okay. I'm gonna manage that. I can't say we because you ain't doing shit. Well, anyway, I need to. That's a funny angle. Now, like, yes. Perfect. That is exactly what I wanted. perhaps a bit more dynamic with some angles. Perfect. Now, I need to fix this, which means it should be like about here. A lot of like lines. That's a fun thing. You ever enjoyed lines? Because I sure do. Now, yeah, that's enough lines for today. Although we're just going to make some other lines in the sky. I shouldn't use red because I've used it a lot, so I should use blue. And I'm gonna make like a calm sky by like having very subtle blue lines. You know, honestly, I don't necessarily know what I'm doing as per this second and moment in time. So let's just go with that. And then we'll have to break up that somehow with a very linear thing. And we need to have a sun somewhere about here. Which means maybe we have the lines go around it. Oh, that's a nice idea. Yeah, that looks wonky enough. Now, now's the question. Is can I make this in Paint, in like Microsoft Paint, I mean, with acrylics? That's okay. I need to change the water because I forgot. Now, let's move some things just so I can like not have to like stick it up to here, because I need to be precise. I need to be all up in this bitch, in this painting, I mean. Now, I think I selected about these pencils to use because they're a bit small, they're a bit precise. You know, there's a bit bigger, you know, it's time to be precise now. So we need a bunch of green and a bunch of blue. We should have brown as well. And we can have I have too little space. I need to move out and I need to stop being a bitch. But I mean, I can't. It's in my blood. At least the last thing I mentioned. So I need some reds and yellows, and I need some blues, and I need some greens. There's a bunch of greens. And I need some blue. Maybe raw yellow or cayenne, raw sienna. They're really fucking good. They make my eye sensors tickle. Now, this one as well. Now, we just need to precisely rule all these things a bit in different angles. This one I should have, actually. And this one. Gee. I had a lot smaller drawing thingies than I thought, you know? Now we can move this one a bit here. That one's hard. This one's nice. I can use that. And then we can have this here. And then you can see a bit more of it. Yay! Shit. Now, this one's to stand. We can do that. Oh, that's great. Now, I need to start somewhere. That's the hardest part. It's all fun games and shit until you have to start actually doing what you told yourself you were going to do. Now, we can start with blue. And I don't want to put it up there and like tape it and shit because I don't feel like it. I can't get this paint out of the tube. I managed. Finally. Now, let me take in some white. And I need to buy more white. Which sucks. Yes. Now I said this pencil. Yes, I think that would be working. And I'm making a nice pastel-ish blue. And I'm doing something I saw on TikTok, which is put water in it. Which I don't know why they do. But it works for them for some reason. Oh, I can see why. This is so fucking smooth. Okay, that's a great idea. I love this. People on TikTok, they really have it figured out. I'm not on TikTok. Don't find me. Now, this is nice. I like this. This can... High hopes already. That's not a line. Try to trick me. I think I'm becoming sick once again, which is not fun. And I don't know why. Perhaps it's because I don't wear, I don't cover my neck. Maybe I should cover my neck. Maybe. That has something to do with it. Now, luckily, this drawing is not T-posing for much longer because we gonna mix in some I don't know if it's the same color or not. We'll find out. If it's brighter, it's all fun and games. If not, if it's the same color, I'm like, when I mix colors, I am very good at precisely making it, ish, almost the same color. So, if I, like, it's different, it's a tiny bit brighter, right? Because I want to emphasize the lines that I just ruined. Oops. Now, it's gonna be a hard task because I don't know how far to like go. Maybe just when the lines actually end. So see, now it's not T-posing anymore. Are y'all happy? I mean, square. I made a mistake, an honest, God forbidden mistake, but like, it's it's paid for. I prayed to God, of course, and he said, "Bro, don't chill." Jesus fuck, what? That's what God said to me. He uses his own son or his own manifestation as a swear word. Now, I need to make a bit more of this, and I think that's a bit too bright. I'm confused. I don't think it's too bright, but then again, it can be. That's the confusing part. Now, fantastic. This is way too much brighter than the other side. But I think, like, when I read you, like, paint over the background again, because it's necessary, of course, I can fix that. Potentially. You know? Hopefully. But I can make. Okay. The things I made first is essentially the same color. And I don't know why I'm dumb. My brain isn't working today. Because I woke up. You want to hear the story? I woke up. And then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be a bit late to work. And it's like, great. I've said it, so I can like I gave them a notice, you know? And then I'm like about to go out, and it's like, yeah, you're not going to work here today. I was told like that you weren't, and I was like, the fuck? And then I got real fucking confused, and I got like mad, and I asked a bunch of questions, and none of them have been answered, which is fun. Always. Now it needs to be darker, and then we only go lighter from here, because I need to fill in this. And making it in water has really made the like, it fills it up, you know, which is fantastic. Now we can do like this one as well. Shit, that one's huge. We can continue to here. I would assume. I mean, I'm taking the liberty to do that. When I drew like the lines, I should have thought, okay, where does this connect? Because this goes like all the way to here, and then it's like 2 dark. And if I continue this here, the colors will collide, and I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna just do this right here, and I'm gonna have a bit more water on it, and I mean, you're not doing anything. We will. My brain's dumb. I will paint this part here in the same blue because so it makes sense, right? Now, I am actually thinking that everything should be like very. Actually, what I imagined was that it'd be very pastel-y, like very bright and not that harsh colors. And I also imagined there would be like elements of gold paint, but I don't have gold paint, which means I will have to buy it. Oops. So that means maybe I will do this for as long as I can bother, and then do some other shit, and then since I'm not doing anything in like the week now until I hear back from the thingies or like the people, which could take about a couple of days, which means I have plenty of time to be an alcoholic. Now I have punched in a bunch of white in this, which I am very happy about. Actually, because it's gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. And I want it to have like really smooth lines, which means I'm gonna have to practice, which is not easy because then I have to do it a bunch of times, and I don't have anything else to paint than this, so this is my practice. And you know how that's confusing? It just is. Now, this, honestly, I think I should have started putting water in the acrylic paint a long time ago, because this is smooth as fuck. Like, I haven't touched a baby ass ever in my entire life. So it's like soft as my cat's belly, which I never get to touch. So yeah, you see, there's a problem here somewhere. I just don't know where. Now, this takes too long. Oh, this can't keep me occupied for that long. Honestly, I'm growing tired of filling in color very easy. That's usually why I haven't been like a very active artist. Could you imagine that to be the reason? Hopefully, yeah. If you haven't like followed. Now, the idea of this painting came to me in a vision. Okay, because I'm psychic. Definitely. I just saw this potential future, and like a person just went through my paintings, and then I saw the paintings that I've made, and then this was something, or I mean, the idea, not this exact thing, because I don't think it will be accurate, which ideas and creations rarely are. But I'ma try. Now, I need it to be brighter. So I put in more white, some more water, because I've grown to like it. And I think it kind of softens it a tiny bit. At least when filling the paint in. I think it does magic on that front. Now, these edges here are kind of weird, so that's why I want to have like gold around it, so it kind of fits like the surreal drug induced visual trip. Yeah, you're likely to go on. Now, but unfortunately, I do not have those sort of magic tools, so that sucks. But I will, because I've always thought of doing the same painting over several days, because when I am that good and that willing to continue paintings for such amounts of time, it is actually a really good thing to do, because you can actually make something completely finished, because although I've said the paintings are done, it's usually because I'm tired and I don't want to sit in the same chair for any amounts of time anymore. That's one. And then there's also because how you tried to be satisfied with your own work, because I try. It's kind of not going very well, but at least I try. I mean, I don't know how many times I've done this, but it ain't over. It ain't over quite yet. I have a long time to go. So yeah. That works. I like it. I think I'm doing it too big, and I think it is a bit too symmetrical. But then again, it kind of becomes symmetrical, like the whole world, without you necessarily wanting it, because it looks just this ain't quite right, which is kind of fun. Now, fuck. Right. Okay, I remember the lines I were supposed to follow now. So this just dips into like that kind of way, and we follow it up here, and then we do this one. We can just make this sun part a whole line. Yeah, I think that would be the best and the easiest idea. Perfect. Now, you see why I have to do it again. I mean, to paint over it. That's why. Now, I want it to be whiter. Now, I have like this to go on. And I found a copyright free music playlist for streamers on YouTube because apparently classical music is not copyright free, although they're centuries old. Which kind of sucks, honestly. That's just dumb. And then I need another color, and preferably it should be a bit, just a tiny bit lighter. Now, that's a lot of white. I feel like my voice is kind of dumb, but I think it's just me. But I feel like it is harder to say words than it should be. Like, in hitting lines is not my best quality of skill, which kind of sucks. Now, I thought to have like the camera right here in front of me, but then I realized I won't be able to see shit. So you're on the side, you're like wingmanning my painting here. And you may wonder why aren't you filling in the corners? And that's because I thought, like over the garden wall intro, like slideshow. The part where over the garden wall is where it says over the garden wall, it has this like frame, and I like it, so I'm gonna do that. Now I need a different kind of blue, so I'm gonna do that's the same blue. Fuck. Okay, it's not the same, meaning it's perfect, meaning I need to actually open it. Which is fun, which is necessary, which it needs to be done. I'm gonna just plop it right down there. Now, I'm learn from my mistakes and do the darkest color first, and then just go lighter, because this dark spot here, it would be okay if it were fog, but I'm just trying to have some cool transitions and like some original things to like be proud of. So this dark should be down here, and and then assort the colors, because this fade like from here to here, it's really nice, but I think this should be a different color, so this should be not connecting. I am a bit unsure, but if my plan of going slightly lighter, or of doing this for a couple of days, or at least till at least tomorrow as well, it'll be fun, like real fun, promise you. Now, to have a dynamic in a picture, the foreground I read should be a bit darker, so I'm gonna make this a bit darker, but I needed to like be connected to this up top, and I'm so confused right now. And you might think, oh, you've talked a bit about like drugs and shit. I'm not on drugs now. If you were asking, I uh I've just I'm not I haven't had that much alcohol either. My brain's just a bit dumb today. Now, yes, you know, um I think it would be kind of cool if it like kind of curved from here, and then this should kind of come up a bit, or maybe make some mountains. But I think this should be only this from like here, you know? So I should probably make this a bit taller. And then I will try to make my ideas come true. And then we can like have this. And then we can like mix colors together and make flowy water. I've made water. I can't remember. But it's not been many enough. So, what I think actually is to somehow make this super realistic. This water in front, and then make everything else surreal. So it's kind of like, excuse me, what? You know? And I think that would like, I would be fun if I am able to make a waterfall. So, what if I will sketch paint this completely done today, like the first draft, right? And then we take tomorrow and like everything I need to practice like making kind of good, you know? Like having small samples of like, okay, if there's a rock in the water, a default rock, you know? And then like how the water would flow, and like use reference images, be professional, you know? And then I can, but we can just flip it. It's okay. Don't worry about that now. I need some blue. I have blue. Forget that. And I need some, I need some black and orange. Yes, I believe. Perhaps. This is gonna be a bit fun. I've never painted. I mean, I have painted rocks, but they were a long while. They were. Fuck, I don't know where it is. Oh. Okay, you see, these rocks are so far away, it doesn't actually matter how well done they are. You see, it's not really anything there. So, that's why this is a tad bit more difficult. So, I think I need just a scoop of orange. And then I need a tad bit of green. And then I will need some blue and the black that I've already have. So, we'll mix in the blues and the orange and the greens first to make a weird, actually really pretty green color. Fuck. It's like very modern, contemporary, Scandinavian-ish color looking. I actually like it a lot. Nah. Then we just clunk a bunch of blacks in there. Because it makes it like a vibrant gray color. Like, I don't want to mix in white with it because it becomes too bright, you know? Although the person in TikTok said, don't use black to make gray, use all these other fucking colors. Like, this is perfect for the base of the rock. Let me have another rock right here. And they should actually be kind of soft when I think about it, because it's like, it's water coming through here. And we can have like a rock here to make like just a slight different, to know like it's kind of a weird wonky ass perspective. Let me make another rock here, kind of showing off, and then a smaller one here. Perfect. And then I need to wash it, and then I need to stop having my nose filled with shit. Yes, that's my life goals. And now I need to like wait for the paint to dry, perhaps. Nah, fuck that. And I need to like make it like white, because it's like a bunch of air bubbles, and it's kind of it's huge. I mean, it's I would guess, I assume that's how water works. And it's like goes down. I don't know. I failed in water physics at school. I don't know if that's a thing, but I would assume artists have that class. Because it makes sense. That's why. And yeah, that's that's how many words I could fit up on about that. Yes. And we have some actual white up in here. Perfect. I love my life already. Great. That actually kind of looks good. I am happy that is the first try. But I'm gonna take some of that greenish, blackish thingy. I'm gonna put white in it to make it brighter, because we need some highlights. And then I'm gonna use a bunch of black to make it actually gray. But only like, kind of, you know? You know? And then I'm gonna put some light spots on it to make differences, to make sure that I remember that they need to be shaded and done more with, you know? Only like those small things. But I think it will actually do well, because no, fuck, I'm confused now. I kind of need to be toilet. So I'm gonna write a sign, and I'm gonna write 5 sec on this sign. Because the thing where I said pee break, it was, I wrote it the wrong way. So this is like and it's centralized as well. Oh, that's pornography, honestly. So I am completely stupid. Do you write seconds with an X, or do you write it with a K? Because right now it says 5 secs. And I'ma try to remove my mistake, which is hard. And it kind of looks unnecessarily dumb. And I don't know why I'm using time on this while I actually have to pee. Now, that's okay. I have a clean room. I swear. I promise. I'm back. You know, you thought you thought it wouldn't happen. But it happened, and like, are are you proud of me? So, now I need to get a reason to pee again. Now, I think I need to get a pencil here and sketch this out again, because what I now want is this head to be like here, in ish this size. And now I need to know how to paint like heads looking up, which I don't know how to do. So let me just guess. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Now, so I'm gonna just paint the outline essentially to like avoid, so I can have something to work with, because this needs to be worked on, and I don't know how to angle ears. But I'll figure it out. When we gonna do this for another day, because like, honestly, if you are like struggling with drawing, just take a deep breath and go back at it again tomorrow. It'll help. I swear to God, it does actually help getting a fresh perspective on things. So now I want it to be like this, because crucifixion, you know, we're still going with the theme. Yeah. So the thumb needs to be on this side. Great. We're gonna make some bad hands. I shouldn't be allowed in the same space as people. No, that's irreal. That's a very small hand. Okay, let me just make this a bit bigger. Make it correct in every single sort of way. And let me just, yeah, right. This angle I have not drawn. Like this. Then it kind of goes from like, and then it has a bump here, and then it goes downwards, and then it kind of is a bit bottom heavy here. My hand, and about here, and we go slightly like this. Perfect. Oops. Now, I think it kind of doesn't make sense why it would go that much out, and it kind of doesn't make sense why that would go that much out, so I need to round up the corners and make it like do that. Perfect. And then I need to make another hand. Luckily I have like a thingy I can compare to, and then we just gonna pretend to know how to draw for 5 seconds. Perfect. I think these hands are way too small. Definitely way too small. And it's kind of weird, like, this wise. I think pulling it a bit more to the middle would be a great idea. Now, let's do this in a different color that isn't blue, because all this shit is blue. Red? Yeah, I can definitely red. Then we can have some purple color as well within the thingy, because it makes sense. Like, personally, my skin is quite red. I don't think you can see it, but trust me, I get burned a lot. Not only by words, it's usually by the sun as well. Right. You know, and then again, the words. Now, we're gonna make a peachy color, actually. I didn't think it would be this peachy, but then again, I don't have that much blue in it. Now, it is sort of... It's a weird color now, actually. It's sort of gray. So I'm gonna put white in it, and now it's a nude color. It's like the nude palette, not actual skin colors. Is this? I mean, yeah, it's a nude color from like a makeup palette. Now, I'm trying to make this as nice as I possibly can, which is kind of hard because I don't. This is something I'm going to practice on tomorrow live for your entertainment. I'm practice on each body part from like the tits and up and arms, and then we will like have something to get better at, because it's necessary. And then we have like this here. So now this part of the body is a different color, which makes it easier for me to like distinguish them and like work on them separately. This is trash. I would assume I did paint a like I tried to paint a a face before, and it didn't work out, obviously. Now, that's kind of filling, isn't it? So, yeah, I need to step down and step up and like make the arms like your mom's, you know, big and beautiful. Now, yeah, I'm gonna make the shoulders just a tiny bit more up because I'm confused mainly, and it gives me a bit more like tension, so I can do like this and create some tension, you know, the steamy hotness between your mom's eyes and me. Yeah, definitely. It's something among us, those lines. I don't think I nail that one, but I did your mom. I'm childish today. Perhaps it's the lack of dictionary words that is failing me. Now, I'm gonna make a bunch of the nude-ish, but only more white than blue and any other color. So this is a finger, and this is a hand. So yeah, I need a lot bigger hands, which really comes to show now. Perfect. I don't have the color to fill this in. So I'm gonna just do that. and pretend I did my best. Right. So I probably need that a bit here as well. It can be shadows. Yes, it was intentionally all along. Now, I need this to be as great as the other part of the other hand. Which I think I am able to do. It looks wonky. It's a bit bottom heavy. I don't, and it should be a lot closer. I realize it's very wide. And I don't know how to feel about that. So, yeah. Fuck. Regrets, you know? They're made. And I don't know how to fix it. Like, I can, like, try, but I won't be able to, like, fully actually manage. Yeah, let's have some blues up in here. I don't know how to get them closer. Or maybe I just have, like, big hands. Maybe. If I angle the hands a bit more down, it will look a bit more intentionally. So let me just do a bit shadow, you know. And then we'll just move the hands and up to here, you know, just casually, and then we'll find a way to, like, eat this away. I mean, all the things I do, because I it's mistakes. I need to do, like, at least this, sort of like that. Perfect. And then I need to finger here down, fingers, you know, and to make, like, to make it weird looking, you know. I think this is working. It looks colorful, at least. That's the main part to take away from this, is that it looks pretty. Yeah, that's the only thing. Don't focus on anything else. Oops. Yeah. Still sick. Now, we go and pretend to know how to make a face. Because honestly, that's the hard part. None of this were hard. It's only now. Only now. And I failed already. I need some more blues. That's way too much blue. And then I should have some more red to compensate. And this is a different type of red, actually. Possibly. Bit more white. Perfect. Now. No, I should like make the colors not so lumpy, because I'm gonna draw over it, you know. So now I had a good idea of having a bunch of lumps, because everything you paint will show when you are done. And every mistake you make will haunt you till death. Yeah. Okay. My nose is killing me. And I always thought it would be my brain. Jesus fuck. Now, you know, the sneeze fest, it should be over now. I don't know how to draw ears, but this is my imitation of one. I don't know how to angle ears, but it's okay, because nobody is perfect. Hannah Montana, or like Miley Cyrus, whatever, said it a long time ago, and it shouldn't be news to anyone. So this will be my first actual portrait of like an actual human being, because it's meant to be a self-portrait, but I think I'm failing, and I don't know how I feel about that. So I'm trying to like generally outline now at least what I need to have as the face. So right now it's the forehead, if you couldn't see, if you were blind, unfortunately. So yeah, I need to be able to make it make sense. That's the hard part. And then I need some cheeks, and it's kind of looking a bit dumb from that perspective, but let's not talk about it, because everybody looks dumb from every perspective, and there's no big news about that. I mean, it's common knowledge for all I know. But let me try to get as good as a template as I possibly can with this, which I don't know is humanly possible, because it's kind of looking weird, and I don't know how to describe it. It's probably me not being able to blend colors very well, and it looking really fucking dumb from your perspective, and I'm sorry about that, but I need to be able to see it, because personally having it like here, it's way too much arm power, and I feel like I'm just a bit more close to the art that I am trying to like make. So yeah, that's the reason. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. We have a nose here, like um I don't really understand how the angles are supposed to be. But that's okay, because we're trying. We're trying as best as I possibly can with the talent that I have left. Now, I don't know how to make ice, actually, like realistic ones. So I'm gonna just draw a little bit of red void in like where the eyes are supposed to be. And it's supposed to be on a slight angle, you know? So it's hard. I mean, it kind of looks good. I need to do more with the arms, and then we need to make the terrain bigger. Kind of hide this mistake. And then we because when that is done, it's the hair, and then the sun, and then it's kind of like I need to practice making everything actually look good, you know what I'm you know what I'm saying. So I'm desperately trying to make this make sense, which I'm currently failing at. And that's why we're planning on practice. Now, this is an ear. Now, and we need to like follow up the blue shadow, because apparently that's a part of the drawing. So none of the colors make actual sense, and I want you to remember that. And currently it kind of looks a bit smashed. That's what we gonna fix now. Perhaps I not positive I made that look good, so we're gonna like make a bit shadow like right under here, because I would assume that's what they do, like, you know, the great artists, which I'm pretending to be now. And like the under jawbone, yeah, perhaps this will actually turn out good somehow, because I have high hopes. I always have. I mean, I always actually have like really low standard, so I always can be positively like, so I always can be positively surprised. That's the word. Now, I think we should try and make this make a bit more sense. Make it a bit more realistic. I think that's a good call right about now. So this mosaic of attempting realism can like rest for just a moment. You know, it had surgery or something. And then I need to make some fingers. Perfect. That's some fingers if I've ever seen them. Now, I hate my nose today. It weren't like this when I woke up. And then it was like that, and it made me like, fuck. Not today, man. Enough going on as it is. There's no need to like pull a shotgun to my head. Oops. It's the only thing I can think about now. That's not good. So, now, I mean, why existing, you know? Because, you know, just because some people wanted to have fun doesn't mean it has to make someone new. You know, you can have fun and like safely. Personally, I don't believe my parents knew that, and I don't believe they had fun. But that's on them. I can't. That's not my fault. That's their fault. So. Perfect. No. Because I want it to be like, you can pretend the person I'm painting has a cleavage, like big titties, but like, I don't have them. So I have to like make subtle like brush strokes so it can be like implied, you know, not necessarily proof of any kind, because you can't actually see the titties, because when you do this, it's kind of all the good part is like covered, but it is kind of this small gap here which I can make in like dark red to like, oh yeah, it is breasts, I swear, you know. Gonna pretend. I mean, it's necessary. It needs to be done. And we can have it a bit more bluish to like, that's way too bluish. Now, and this small part here, and then I'll pretend to think it's good enough. Now, if you can see here, it kind of looks wonky. It looks a bit dumb, quite honestly. And that's not a good thing. Oof. But I want hair, preferably my natural hair color, which is kind of dark, because I'm tired of having blonde hair, honestly. I've been called a ginger so many times. It's disgusting. Now, I want to have like kind of reddish blue, like a purple tint in it. Although it's not canon. It kind of looks a bit softer, and that's the thing I want to go for. To have a bit softer brown, if possible. Now, personally, I haven't made hair. I haven't painted hair. I mean, I've painted the back of the head of the woman laying in bed, but I haven't made this hair. So tomorrow we also need to practice on hairlines. And essentially all the bits and all the bits and pieces of like what I'm trying to conduct. Create. Now, let me see. I need another pencil. I don't really think I needed that. But anyway, I think we're not alcoholic enough. So, drugs and shit are bad, but alcohol is okay because we can buy them at the store. That means it's totally fine. No. Perfect. Fantastic. Now, I need to paint hair. No. It's kind of hard. Honestly. I think I should also make the brows. Just to make the thing like come a bit more to life. So it's a bit more like you see what's going on. And that will shit. No. It's kind of hard. Because it always looks like so much huge, bigger, fatter, something. And so much more off than the first one I make, and I absolutely fucking hate it. It doesn't make sense. Now, I need to make this. No, I don't know, like, which way the hair is going to blow, but I'm thinking that it blows kind of downwards, like here, this way, But then it kind of, okay, we're gonna, yeah, it's just a giant at this point. Honestly, I don't mind. The bigger women like, the better. I mean, the statement is like super right in every single possible way, but it just seems like I'm trying to excuse my bad decisions, and I'm sorry. That's not necessarily the point. I'm just shooting words out of my ass at this point, because silence. You know, it's a dark place. I don't really like it myself. I've been trying to avoid it, and doesn't really work. Uh, so yeah, uh, that kind of sucks. No. Perfect. Now I need to mix up more because I weren't smart and I didn't mix enough. Now, will this work? I don't know. Okay, it's kind of flat on top, so it makes sense why the top of the hair is flat. We can make a halo on it. Shit, that'd be. Oops. I just had to watch myself be dumb. So that's why I saw fast into the camera, because I needed to know that it looked just as stupid as I imagined, and I was wrong because it didn't look that stupid. So, yeah, my mistake. No. That makes sense. Perfect. No, it doesn't quite make sense, but will forgive myself. Yeah. Perfect. Now I need to finish like the hair, the forehead part, and then I need to make it a bit more realistic. Perfect. It's kind of a squared shape head, but my face is SpongeBob. From your perspective, it looks like a weird type of He-Man. You know, the blonde man. I can use it as a reference to like get angles and such. Correct? You know, to be precisely correct. You know, it's important. Only He-Man doesn't have all this long, nice, and flowy, like Jesus hair, you know? Shit. I think I destroyed the top. Chat rules are eat ass, and that's why you can't write them. But it's yeah. It, I wrote them a year ago, and I have told myself plenty of time on stream that I will do something about that. But I have never ever actually went down and done it. So yeah, I kind of, that's kind of dumb of me, isn't it? So I'm making a person, and I will have to make this person over a while. I plans, you know, and I will paint tomorrow as well, because suddenly I don't have anything to do. And it's kind of a weird religious acid trip, if that tickles your fancy. So the rules are still valid, I suppose. Yes, they are. It's mainly because there's a lot of negative ways you can say ass, and like eat, and all those words. So I'm just trying to be ahead of the the bad people that want to believe and shit. So that's why it's kind of weird. I would assume is what I had as a reason a year ago. But anyway, uh, I mostly do nature drawings. So making a human just out of thin air is really fucking hard. This hand doesn't make any proportional sense, and it looks okay from your perspective, but look, that does not make any sense. And so I will do this over days. Tomorrow, what I thought initially was to yank this paper over and then do samples of hands, water with the rocks, not necessarily the background because I'm gonna nail that shit. So yeah, it will be all fun and games until I get sad. You know, as it's necessarily. So I'm gonna start doing the background now because I don't want to do too much now because then I'm gonna be try hard and not getting it right. The hands looks alright size wise to me. Size wise, yes, because I use myself as a reference. That's why it's a mirror there, and it's kind of more fun dynamically. It's a more diverse and original movie theater perspective. That's what I was looking for. Now, I'm gonna make some light green because it's cute. And then after that, I will go to the sun, and then I will call the first layer of this done. Now, are you down with Sneefies, by the way? It's all of a sudden, the weather became prevalent in Norway, as it usually does, just out of thin air. So I went out this morning with wool and such, but I don't wear anything to cover my neck. So it was kind of dumb of me, I know. But yeah, it happens. It's necessary. Now, sorry, did not hear. Did you say Norway? I said Norway. The 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 moose country. I don't know what people say of Norway. Honestly, I don't actually pay attention. Honestly, now it just looks like she's fucking huge, and there's a waterfall just falling down, and she's in some sort of barrel. and all the land around her just fucking creeps down into the void, which is really fun, actually. I did not think it would be that fun perspective. But yeah. That's fun. Jeg vet godt hva Norge er. Oi, fantastisk. Fantastisk. Jeg vet ikke hva annet å si. Norge er best. Det er det. No. Haha. Right, you know. Words. You can't love your country too much. Because it gets weird. Fuck. I think I'm doing something wrong because I'm trying to hold everything in. Meaning, I'm just clogging my own system. It's not a good idea, but I don't want to make you see my snot. Because that's kind of weird. Now, I have some mountains, and I think I'm gonna do one layer of terrain more, because, right. You know, and I'm gonna make this one a bit more blue. Just so it blends, sort of. It has a bit more of a different tone. I'm proud 1/8 Norwegian myself, so I'll join the hype train. That's a small portion of Norwegian, but the hype train is not that big unless you're here on the 17th of May. Then the hype train is like really big for that day, like only. Other than that, it's usually just bitching, especially if you go on Facebook. Holy fuck, that's a lot of bitching. Doesn't make no sense. It's not healthy. Now, perfect. Yeah, I know my relatives in Norway are going nuts on FB that day. Facebook. Oh, they're still using that. I don't like Facebook, and I don't like people on Facebook, so I stopped using Facebook, which was a good idea. They are old. It's not helping. It's not healthy. I think old people are the one who is in the need of most psychiatric help. Just think about all the weird things they say and how oppressed they were and how neglecting they are of their, like, how they behave, you know? It's not healthy. So, I am making the sun, and this is way too orange. So now it's a weird type of beige. That's not what I wanted. Please don't hold back on your personal beliefs because of me. My personal beliefs, I don't think I held back on that one. I just don't know how to formulate things, and words are kind of hard, you know? But I'm making a sun, and you know what would be kind of fun? That is to make this sun a plum of eggs, you know? Just to make the vibe just a bit weird, and I think that's a great idea. And I am so smart and witty, and all the things the women aren't, uh sometimes I don't know what comes out of my mouth. Give those old people a taste of your mind. Will I get banned from chat for not agreeing? No, you can have your own opinions. It's just if you are mean with like no argumentation that could make sense, that's when I will ban you. When you're just being a dick for the sake of being a dick. So why don't you agree? What what about what I said was making you like, nah, the fuck? Because that's because we do allow other people's thoughts and beliefs. Honestly, I would give them more credit than my own thoughts and ideas, usually. So don't hold back, and you don't have to believe everything I say. It would be weird to listen to someone you don't can connect with, No, don't get me wrong, I also hate old people on Facebook. Fantastic, it's hard to like them. They're so obnoxious. Luckily, my mom doesn't have Facebook, and luckily the family I have, they aren't that much on Facebook. I know one of my grand aunts are on Facebook a lot, but they just post from like hikes and mountain trips they've gone on, so it's not that weird. So I'm lucky there. We, the young generation, are much cooler on Twitch. I mean, yeah, and then think when we're like really old, and then everyone just it's not cool to be on Twitch. They're only on like TikTok live, that is the future, and I think we should send some nuclear weapons in towards some places. Now, personally, I really like the idea I had that it's just a giant in like an endless hole in the earth. So I think personally that we make this really dark and somehow make it make sense with like an oval, because then this oval makes sense, and we gonna use some like blackish here, and then we're gonna use some greenery this way is the right way. Oh, remember when that was a meme? That was fucking ages ago. Anyway, so yeah, now she's bathing in a hole. She like has her own like jacuzzi. That makes sense. Nice. Fuck. I think. Who are they? I feel like there might be some personal experience behind this. I don't actually know. I'm honestly just thinking of each generation wants to have like their own cool thing, and they usually have that own cool thing until they're like really fucking old. Like Facebook, like millennials, they're like ish on top, but the above that, that's trying to hang on to that to be like cool. They're dumb, you know, and ruining it. And I just feel like, you know, every single generation don't like the younger generation, and every single generation think that the generations that are older are fucking dumb and dense, you know? So it's kind of the same old, you know? It's been around for centuries. Stigmatization of, like, people who don't know or know way more than you. In that case, the water could be a fiery pit, since she will anyway appear in the bathing in the void hellhole. It is some sort of void, definitely. A lot of things I've made is void related, or like in that sense. And my Discord, if you want to join, is also has the main chat is the void. But my initial thoughts of this is, it was essentially a girl T-posing, and then Square commented like T-posing, and I was like, nah, I can't do that. So I enhanced her, and then I want this part to be semi-realistic, and then this part to be like artistically realistic, with the like blues and reds prevalent, you know. And I should have some other color that matches this a bit more, maybe a bit darker blackish. And then I want this in the background to be some sort of weird trip with a lot of patterns and a lot of stuff that you won't naturally see in nature unless you were cooked up on something. And my initial idea is with gold paint, and I don't have gold paint, so that's why I have come up with the brilliant idea of continuing this over several days, because I know it should look something like this, only better. So then I can try to make like the rocks and like stuff, make that realistic, so I know how to like form it. And then like making hands, I need to fix that, and like making it make sense, and then like go mayhem on the background when I have bought gold paint. And which generation might you be? And then you look younger than me. I am born in this century, so I am like really fucking young. I can buy alcohol though, but that's also because I'm European, you know. But I will. So you yourself are the TikTok generation. Yes, but I'm kind of the weird part where it's like, it's not quite yet TikTok, but it's also quite not older again. You know, it's the weird middle part, because I am like young and like hip and trendy, but I also am an old soul, which is a dumb word saying for being 12 and being tired of being alive. So I quite wouldn't be able to place me. But young, hip, and trendy. Keep going. I'm taking notes. Fantastic, because it's necessary. Now, I have realistic rocks, which is necessary, and I have a wonky hand and a better hand, so I'm gonna copy that to this side tomorrow, and then I'm gonna make this hellhole type it smaller and make her shoulder blades a bit smaller because they're kind of huge. So I think it needs to be sort of cut off here, and then around here to make the hellhole a bit smaller because it doesn't look that big, and then I'm gonna start like, the mandala thingy that is like dots and like lines and it's like flowy and like hippie and like shit like that. I'm gonna make on the thingies here, and then I have this wonky sky and I love it, and then I'll make this whole thing white, and then I only have a yellow thingy plum, so it's an egg, because that's fun. And I'm buy gold so I can line the changing in the colors, and then I will. Oh, I can zoom. I didn't realize. Young, hip, and trendy. Keep going. Taking notes. Good job. 5 out of 8 for me. Hope it turns out exactly as you are envisioning it. Honestly, I hope that as well. So I'ma do this tomorrow as well, because if you paint something and you're continuously, endlessly painting it, it will be more of a chore than something to do out of own satisfaction. So I will do this again tomorrow, and I have had a itchy nose time, and you will see me practice. And for anyone watching who wants to be better at art, you can follow the journey of someone who don't know how to do art, which is fantastic. So have a good day then. Good advice. I appreciate the talk. You're welcome. I love to talk. The best thing is to talk just about anything from from Earth and up to the sky. That's the best. Now, goodbye. See you tomorrow if you choose to do that.